Starting. Hey everybody, it's 4 o'clock. Welcome to the show. I'm your host Duhad. Joining me, as usual, is the one and only Pad Save.
Hello.
Ah, there he is. Thought we lost you, but we didn't. And we also have the Lightning Rabbit. That one,
Me.
Yay, it's him.
You sound so happy.
I'm pretty overjoyed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty happy. I'm filled with a lush energy that is hard to describe.
Good.
We're also going to be joined by Nonavalis later. Like literally last minute, she was just like, "Okay, I'm here, guys." Oh no, something happened. I will be back. I'll be back later. I gotta run. And then she was gone. But hopefully nothing is on fire, and she'll be joining us within the hour.
Fire is not good.
Fire's not great. California is still on fire, though not as on fire as it has been recently, which is good. I mean, positive. Upside, not everything is on fire. Downside is it's still California.
Well, that is always a positive. Well, contained fires, like fire pits, so you can have s'mores and that kind of stuff. That's good.
S'mores.
But
if we had s'mores in England, or we probably do, they just call something different.
If you had the concept of fun in England, then
maybe.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that was outlawed by the Queen years ago.
It was actually outlawed by Oliver Cromwell in like the something hundreds.
No, that makes sense. Cromwell was kind of one of those jerks who was like, "Oh, what? You guys are having fun? Well, now I'm going to take away your ball and spit on the ball, and then."
Hey, you like Christmas? No. And he was Christian and he didn't like Christmas. That was a weird thing.
Yeah, he hated the idea. Like he literally hated the idea of fun. Like he didn't. He was really austere. He was all into piety, and
yeah, he was like extreme piety.
how can you not like Christmas?
Because it was too frivolous. It was too happy. Like I think he was like one of those guys who believed that like Christmas should be celebrated as nothing but just like a day of quiet prayer and contemplation.
Yeah, he was one of those people who was like, Christmas should just be a time where you pray that God doesn't smite you like he usually does.
Yeah.
And thank him that you haven't been smitten already.
But don't thank him too much, because really he's kind of slacking in not having smited you yet. But that's the thing about the Puritans.
If you thank him too much, you'll think that you're
trying too hard.
What is it? You're being condescending, and he'll smite you anyway.
That was the thing about the Puritans. Like they were really, 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 really dour. Like there was this group, the Pilgrims that created the first English colony in New England, like the first really big successful Plymouth colony. The head of the congregation's wife, I think, his wife, died the day before like they landed. Like she fell off the boat and drowned. And his reaction was essentially just to go like, it was part of God's plan. She deserved to die.
Yeah, that's see, I think it was a very bad move, England sending massively religious people to America, because there was no one else to conflict with them, so they grew into a giantly religious population without anyone to control it.
Well, that was the thing. Like that's the really funny thing about the foundation of the Plymouth colony. Because the thing is, like, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, like the Pilgrims came to America to escape religious persecution in England." And no, they didn't. They fled to Holland to escape religious persecution. They fled to Holland because Holland actually had religious freedom, and they didn't want any of that religious freedom because that meant a bunch of heathens were hanging out around them. So then they went to America so they didn't have to associate with people who were not, so they didn't have to deal with all that.
They had no one else. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like they fled England. It is true that they fled England to escape religious persecution for the sake of religious freedom. It was just that they came to America to escape religious freedom, because they weren't going to have any of that shit.
There was like a double thing there. Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't know that there was a misconception that people left England for that.
Well, there's like this whole thing in the U.S. about like freedom of religion, which like the idea that the U.S. was founded on the ideas of freedom of religion, which is not actually technically true. It was founded on the concept of, not being persecuted for one very particular set of religious beliefs, and that set is one that basically no one actually still follows because, again, it was the one held by the crazy people who, said that you had it coming to you if you died because God clearly didn't like you.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. I'm going to make a massive assumption here because it might not be true, but I'm assuming the Plymouth colony was made up of people from Plymouth, or maybe they just named it after Plymouth for no particular reason.
I think it probably was people from that area. There was a very particular congregation which from England that did found the colony, but I think
if it was called Plymouth, it's probably people from Plymouth, I'd assume.
Yeah, I think it might have been. I know I know the area they all came from. Like, it is something that I have kind of squirreled away in my brain, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, they're either from Plymouth or they were there was so there was some relationship to Plymouth in all that.
I like Plymouth. Good surf.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Pad save.
Yes.
What do you know about the foundation of Canada?
It was colonized. We had a pretty good go, and we were like, "Hey, can we do our own thing?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then we did our own thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. England likes Canada a lot because they helped out in World War II, and they don't do the whole "we saved your ass" thing about it.
Yeah, they don't do the whole coming over and being like, "Hey, we came in at the last minute and technically saved the day." Sort of, we probably could have avoided the day having to be saved in the first place if we came over in the first place. But whatever, we saved you.
Mm-hmm. We totally saved you, and everyone who did other things totally didn't help at all.
Well, we've had our fair amount of helping. We did our part in 1812, World War I.
That's true. There was that.
Canada's always been there for us.
Yeah. Yeah, Canada's really good. They helped fight the Russians when they invaded from Alaska in 1812 and turned them back before they were able to, continue their stealthy death march on England by coming from the opposite direction they would have expected.
No one saw it coming.
Yeah,
except the Canadians.
Yeah, the Canadians were like, "No, we ain't having none of that. You were riding bears, well, we have syrup."
See, the Canadians know where it's at. They were the ones that fought with us on the beaches of Normandy. America wanted to do its own thing, and look what happened.
Everyone died.
They went to a different beach, and everyone died.
Yep.
What was it? We had Juno Beach.
Yeah,
I think
was it
the
Sword?
States. I think the States took Sword in Omaha.
No, it was Utah and Omaha were the state beaches. Sword, Juneau, and Star were the
rest of the allies.
Yeah, and
I think
Sword. I'm sorry, Gold. I think Gold. Sorry, Gold, not Sword. Gold was the. I think Gold was the beach that the Canadians were primarily in charge of, and then Juneau and.
I have a feeling Sword might have been English.
Yeah, and Sword. I think Sword and Juneau were English, and then Gold was the Canadian one, and then Utah and Omaha were the American beaches.
Yeah, but I think one of them had British and Canadian. I can't remember which one that was.
That might have been. That might have also been Gold, because I don't think the Canadian Army took an entire beach by itself. Not because they couldn't, but because it was just that would have been such a ridiculous.
Broke through already, and then they just went to help that beach instead.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was really the thing was Omaha Beach was the only beach that was really a huge pain in the butt to actually take, because Omaha was the big beach that had the really clear landing area and that the Germans had actually set up a really proper defense for.
Yeah.
And Utah was basically just a giant cliff, and the other two were
Yeah.
No, the other three were all important, but not as huge and
If I remember rightly, Omaha has a giant sand. I don't know whether it's still there, but it has a giant sand dune, and they built all the bunkers on that. So you'd have to climb up a sand dune to get over it. And I think there was one pathway, but it was really narrow. So if you went up it, it was basically a bottleneck that they could kill you at.
Yeah, Omaha was a terrible, terrible beach.
Yeah, I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
I think the thing was like Omaha was also kind of like the problem was like it was the one beach that they really really needed because it was like the best place to like get all the equipment onto land.
Yeah, because it had a long flat beach. You could put a lot of stuff on it.
Exactly, and so the problem was the Germans also knew that, so the Germans had Omaha like like the Omaha beach super heavily bunkered up because it was
It'd be interesting if they hadn't done all of the diversion tactics and built the fake army to keep the rest of the German army away. I wonder how bad it would have been if all of the tanks and battalions that were stationed somewhere else had come down to Omaha to join the party.
It probably would have been a rout.
Yeah.
Basically, they won Omaha. Like, Omaha had to be won pretty much just by virtue of having enough people to just...
It almost turned into World War One again. It was like, throw as many troops at the problem as you can, and hopefully we'll break through at some point.
Sort of. Because the thing was, like, even after the beach, like, right after the beach was this giant series of hedgerows and, like, ridiculous
dunes,
BS.
Wasn't it?
Well, there's dunes, and then there was hedgerows. Then there was, like, these super thick hedgerows that were basically impenetrable. And, like, lines of trenches. Like, it was just the most ridiculous thing. And if it had actually been properly manned, it would have just been, like, impossible to actually break through.
It did turn into World War One a bit. I mean, it is weird to think about just how many people they threw. Because, it's interesting to think just how many people they threw at that beach before anything actually happened.
Yeah.
In fact, it's weird to think in World War One that they basically threw people at trenches until nothing happened.
Yeah, World War One was a profoundly stupid war.
Yeah, the way it was fought was also profoundly stupid, if that wasn't the only thing stupid about it.
Yeah. One great thing about the... hey, G-Money, how you doing? One incredibly stupid thing about World War One was that the entire German plan that they were using, like at the start of the war and through a decent portion of it, was literally a plan that this general named Schlieffen came up with. And the Schlieffen plan was considered in peacetime to be too stupid to actually use, and they pigeonholed it. They just sort of shoved it in like a cabinet and said, like, whatever. This is currently the best thing we have, but we're not even going to actually seriously consider it. But then when war rolled around, they were essentially like, oh crap, what detailed full campaign plans do we have? And the Schlieffen plan was basically the only one. So it's like the whole reason they invaded Belgium in the first place, which turned out to be a huge mistake, was because Schlieffen literally had it in as like a penciled in, until I can come up with something better, let's go through Lightning Rabbit's here, it's crazy.
Actually,
but yeah, it was like we'll go through Belgium, this is actually not a good plan, let's not do that, but for the time being I'll pencil that in.
Yeah, well,
so it's like, this is our plan Z, do not use plan Z.
Exactly, but they didn't have any other plan.
Last resort. Yeah, we'll use this one as a last resort. Oh crap, we don't have anything else. Time to go to the last resort. Speaking of plans that never got used, America drew up plans in the eventuality it went to war with England, which I thought was quite interesting.
Oh, wonderful. There's they had like plans for like every contingency, and most of them...
Yeah, that one wouldn't have been used. It was kind of just like, we need to plan for even the most remote eventuality. Here we go, if we have a war with England.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine if you... Yeah, they also have I think they actually do have a zombie plan. Like, I think there is actually, like no joke, there is, like, a plan... Like, because, like, a lot of modern militaries and stuff will actually, like, the Pentagon has plans for every eventuality, including things as ridiculous as, like, zombies and aliens and crap like that, because, like, they want to make sure that even in the most remote and ridiculous circumstance, they have at least something to like fall back on, so that everyone doesn't go and like panic immediately and things fall apart.
Yeah.
In the event of an unconventional force, we'll use conventional tactics.
Basically, they actually, I think that's actually like legitimately, like, the funny thing is that is actually, I think, what it's called. Like, it's called like the what was the word you just used? The unconventional force. There's a file just called the unconventional forces contingencies, and it's just like all these things, like if aliens invade, if zombies if the dead start rising, if we suddenly have like an epidemic breakout, and like people are using gas like chemical like a super plague on us while they're attacking. Like, here's what we will do in these incredibly unlikely scenarios. Oh yeah, and apparently, according to G-Money, it's a huge DoD exercise to make those plans too. If Cuba is freed, wow.
I assume DoD stands for Department of Defense.
Yeah, it's Department of Defense.
Yeah, we've got the MOD, the Ministry of Defense, because we get a cool name like Ministry. It's like the Ministry of Magic.
Oh man. Oh man,
See,
I want there to be a legitimate Ministry of Magic in England. That like it's not even like an actual magic thing. It's just like people playing with decks of cards and like pulling quarters out of each other's ears and trying to regulate street magicians.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think our acronym's kind of better. Ours is the DND.
D&D. Oh my god, that's great.
Because it's the Department of National Defense.
So we all have one. It's just slightly different each time.
Yeah.
And I like, I do like that one though, especially because now I'm imagining the defense minister in Canada to be like this short guy wearing a chainmail vest and with a huge red beard, just going like, "All right then, folks, once we get invaded by the Frenchmen, we're going to dig a series of tunnels and like unleash
There's a reason it sounds Scottish.
Exactly.
See, I think that might be an improvement, but I'd see him more of like rolling. Okay, roll for dexterity.
Roll for dexterity. I love that.
Well, that actually reminds me. I was totally going to do like a role playing game in this like for the show at some point, and Gyrocon's here too. Yay! But yeah, we should still totally do that at some point. I mentioned it like a really long time ago, and then we never, and like it was one of those things I just forgot about.
What was this? Sorry.
Doing like a role playing game on to the end, because like whatever.
RPG.
It's fun. Role playing games are fun.
An RPG.
Yeah, we didn't stream last week. Sorry about that.
Or the week before because of BronyCon?
BronyCon, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did like one stream after BronyCon, then like we missed one. No, there's no BronyCon stream. Then there was one after BronyCon. Then we missed the week after that, and now it's this week.
Okay. I had some weeks mixed up.
It's okay. But yeah, we should totally do like a role playing game sometime. We can even bring in people from the chat and have them play and be stupid and have something to do, and it'll be fun. Why am I not hearing cheering? I want cheering, damn it!
Yay!
Don't patronize me.
You kind of asked for it, so...
I know. Literally asked for it.
Yeah, it's like, I want you to patronize me. No, don't patronize me.
How
I don't
dare
understand.
You
You
don't
can't
need
give
to
conflicting
understand.
messages, Duhad. It's not
You
allowed.
can't.
Sending mixed signals.
You can't handle the conflicted messages.
I
No, I
can't.
can't. That's exactly what we just said.
All right,
Yeah.
fair. Use your stupid logic. Hey, AK Extraordinaire. I actually met you at BronyCon. You were at BronyCon.
At BronCon 2014.
BronCon?
Yeah.
Braun Swanson?
Braun Swanson. Brains and BronCon.
John Braun Swanson?
Well, you're both at BronCon. Yeah, BronCon. The best con.
I want to make sure that people are actually using that now, so I'm going to go to the radio.
BrawnyCon. It's the fans of Braun from Game of Thrones.
Where's this being streamed, Duhad?
Oh man,
Duhad.
Duhad. Oh my God, Duhad. My new cooking show. Yes. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a cooking show called Stewing with Duhad.
Brewing with Duhad.
Boom.
Brewhad.
That's my adult cooking show where we use like booze-based recipes.
Yeah.
Booze.
I was going to say Duhad, but then that would be a bit like... Or
Yeah.
Jihad. You could be Jihadi.
Again, that actually is part of where the name Duhad came from.
What? Jihadi?
Yeah, jihad. Duhad, jihad.
My god. D-H...
This is like long before, like I've had that name since long before, the 2000s. So
Okay, so it's all okay then.
yeah. And it's yeah, BC. We need to confirm you as a member of ISIS," said G Money. Oh God. Oh God. Oh man, I like that's super awkward now because like I love the show Archer, and the secret spy organization in Archer is ISIS, and now ISIS is like a super creepy
ISIS is actually
murderous organization.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, ISIS is an evil thing, and it's like no, it's ISIS, the lovable characters that can't do anything.
Yeah, no, they're the wacky spies, not the super murderous people. Okay, well I guess even in Archer they're horrible murderous people, but like they're funny murderous people, not like real life creepy murderous people. Oh, this has all gone so horribly.
It's Danger Zone.
Danger Zone. Come on, can't the jihadis sing that before they do horrible
I
things?
went to the danger zone.
Funny plus murder.
Did you
Yes.
take a ride into the danger zone?
Lana. How do you know the real life ISIS aren't
Lana.
funny? Lana.
Oh, I don't know. All
Ah!
that torturing and massacring kind of makes it a little bit difficult to find them funny for me.
Oh yeah. Also, for those of you who didn't know, actually, sort of a funny thing about that was in college, my nickname was Danger Zone for a while. If that name had stuck slightly more, then instead of being Duhad on YouTube, I'd probably be Danger Zone on YouTube right now, like or some variation on Danger Zone, and that would make all of my videos way weirder to name. Because it'd probably be like instead of Let's Read, it'd be like, you know, Let's Reading into the Danger Zone or something stupid like that.
I don't know. I think we should try to make Danger Zone stick.
Danger Zone sick.
No, we should try to make Danger Zone stick.
Oh yeah. The other one that also totally failed and that didn't happen at all was Viper. Like someone tried to change my name to that for a while, and it was like no. So it just didn't work at all.
My name is Cornelius Viper.
Has the stream died? Apparently the stream is being dumb.
Says you.
Yeah, it still
I don't know. I
says
still have the live
it's
tag.
but I see.
There we
I
go.
hear nothing.
There we go.
And we're back. Okay. It has
Took a
like
ride into
Through the Danger
Zone.
Zone.
Come to sue us, Kenny Loggins. I dare you. You hear me? Wow, jeez.
But it's Danger Zone.
Did you take a ride into the danger zone?
I wish I did, but I did not.
Well, maybe next time.
I'd almost like to.
Also, yes,
Well, I think you
yeah,
should
it's
if you
Kenny
get the
Loggins.
time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at any rate,
Put that in your appointment book.
Okay. Let's see. Where's my phone? Okay.
Lightning Rabbit, will you be around more frequently going into the future?
Oh no.
No.
I mean,
I hate you.
I don't know really because I've got university stuff now.
Right. Yeah, especially for living the dream, dude. Like seriously, like it's so inconsistent these days. It's like, hey, let's do living the dream, and Satsby's like, oh, but
Or
like,
let's not.
Like Satsby's like, hey, I'm here, and it's like, oh, but Cabral and Lightning Rabbit are both gone, and then Cabral will show up and it's like, hey, I'm here, and it's like, no, but now Lightning Rabbit and Satsby are not here, and I'm like, hey, look, it's Lightning Rabbit, and it's like, oh, but Satsby and Cabral aren't around. So frustrate.
We're like magnets. Whenever one of us is here, the others are repelled, and they will never be able to be in the same place ever again.
I know. Hey, Egghead is wearing the Alaskan Ballroom shirt that we made. Nice. Fantastic. Well, at any rate. Fantastic. But anyway, since we it's like the Harry Potter prophecy. I guess. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. G-Money's right. The prophecy in Harry Potter about someone dying.
Who died?
Remember, it's like one has to die for the other one to not die.
That's the worst sounding prophecy ever.
No, what
one
was it?
has to die for another one not to die.
Neither can die while the other lives. Hold on, what book was that in?
Neither can live without the other. Okay, so yeah, Voldemort and Harry need each other.
Okay, when you get it right, it'll probably sound more impressive, Duhad.
Probably.
Wait, does anyone remember which book it was in?
Taking right into the danger.
Okay, Egghead, if you want the thing to not fall off, turn the shirt inside out before you wash it. That'll prevent it from falling off.
What thing?
The steam press. Because it's not like a regular steam press. It's like an actual like cloth steam press, so it'll last as long as you turn it inside out.
Off?
What? No, it's a T-shirt that me and Gene made, cotton candy. Okay, neither can live as the other survives. Something like that. One must die by the other, or neither can live while the other survives. I don't know. Book 5, I think, it says Garacon.
You don't know what you're talking.
I'm seeing if I can find it.
All right.
Ah, this is in here now.
But yeah, I'm thinking about like actually like making you all characters and then like trying to do like some half-assed role playing thing in the show for when we end up in these situations where it's just like, what the hell are we even doing? What's going on? And it'll be fun because we'll be like, oh man, look at all them dice that we're rolling. Kids should play with dice all the time. It's a great way to make money.
Hew.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, okay. You want to read it? Because I think Gmail also found it.
All right. The one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord approaches, born to those who have thrice defeated him, born as a 7th month dies. And the Dark Lord will mark him as his equal, but he will have power the Dark Lord knows not. And either must die at the hand of the other, for neither can live while the other survives. The one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord will be born as the 7th month dies.
Alright.
And there we have it.
Oh, and there's the Dark Lord knows not, and either must die, the other tans. Okay, whatever. Point is, it's really long.
Well,
Also,
one must
it's
live, the other
around
must die.
2
Comic Sans is the worst font. Lol, YOLO, swag. Pretty sure that's what it said.
Well, there you go. Yeah, y'all. Hey, and it's Argo of the Crane. Ludwig Wesley.
That sounds cool.
Yo, for reals. It sounds pretty awesome.
Boat rules.
Hey everybody, what's up? Argonaut Crane.
Hey look, there's me. I see me on the live stream. There's a picture of a rabbit.
Oh man, yeah, look at that. It's you. You.
How come there's 2 Canadian flags to 1 British flag?
Because there's 2 Canadians to 1 Brit.
I think if America uses its old flag, where it's like the stripes but the stars are replaced with the Union Jack, then we can work something out.
That's not the old flag, that's the Confederate flag.
What? No. The Confederate flag is the orange and the blue cross, isn't it?
Hold on. No,
I'm not thinking of that.
He's talking about having the Union Jack
like,
in where the stars are, and having
like Australia's flag. It's got the Union Jack in the corner.
What was it?
Okay, hold on.
I think before we took on the Maple Leaf, we had kind of the same thing, and actually,
oh man, that's plague. So that's the Confederate flag, and
no, I'm talking about this one, Duhad. Look, I'll link it to you for added ease of use.
This is what the Union flag looked like.
No, not that one.
Okay. Let me. Okay, here.
Grand Union flag.
Oh, okay. I don't actually remember that one, but it sort of looks like the Aussie flag.
It looks like the East India Trading Company flag, which looks like this. They're basically the same flag, actually, apart from the Union Jack being a little bit more squashed on the Grand Union flag.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, and G Money is backing you up, saying that you is right about what you was talking about. So I guess is.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about because you're talking in gangster.
Hey, whoa! Don't be racist. Possibly. I mean, I don't actually know if that would be considered racist or not. I mean, if you were offended in the chat because that was racist, let us know so that we cannot be racist.
And so Duhad can be flogged later on.
If anything, Duhad is being racist, saying that we're not the same race.
What? Hey, that's not true.
Just because I'm English, you're so nationalistic, Duhad.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that as a person of Hispanic and German descent, I am both a slightly different race than you and also genetically superior.
Oh, just because you're German, you think you're genetically superior? Okay.
Well, no, that's because I'm Jewish, obviously. That's where the genetic superiority comes in. But you're
Right.
just a filthy Englishman. So, I mean, like, whatever.
Right.
You're not even from the glorious country of America. That just, like, infuses your blood with tiny
Yeah,
patriotic
G-Money's
flags.
right. Nationality is not a race, Duhad.
What?
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Nationality is not a race, but it's, like, you know, America is beyond race. It has transcended race. It has created this glowing orb of being better than
racist.
everyone else. It's not racism if you are just inherently better than everyone else. And America is all racist to all people. Everyone is American in their own way.
It's racist, but racism that's equal among everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't be a racist
Yeah, exactly.
if you hate everybody equally, can you?
No, not at all. See, in America, every race and nationality is represented, and so every race and nationality is perfect because they are, in some small part, American.
I'm not.
You know? Oh god, and we're keeping. Yeah.
I do agree with that statement. You're not, you know, it's not racist if it's true. No, I'm joking. I don't.
Kiva's pretty good though. I love that quote there, Gary Khan from the Mentally Advanced series. The you know it's not racism if it's true.
Yeah,
It is.
it's a well-known fact, actually, preached in many
yeah.
circles, like the.
To be fair, she was
nationalists.
talking to a filthy mud pony at the time, so.
Yeah.
And I will say, Cuba's pretty cool. I want to go there because
Yeah.
because
I like
we're
Cuba.
because we're like bestie. You know, we have like no animosity between Cuba and Canada.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
so we can
true.
go, we get the
Speaking of
stuff,
things, countries
You're
that the
both horrible
US has
communists.
screwed over in the past. No.
Yeah, speaking of people we've done horrible things to, Cuba and Canada. Yeah, but we actually, fun fact, the U.S. did actually invade Canada at one point. It did not end well.
No.
And you
didn't.
failed. That was the best thing about it. Everyone seems to forget that when they talk about Canada and the US. They're like, oh, Canada's full of non-violent people and all those jokes regarding it. And they forget that Canada kicked their ass about.
Yeah, at one point, yeah, they
100%
totally
years ago.
did.
Well, see, but that causes, that's ends up kind of causing a whole new controversy because it's no, it was technically British North America, so it's not Canada. And it's like, well, it's the same thing as saying the 13 colonies weren't the states.
True.
Yeah.
Also, wow, Geiger Khan just going all out racism, are we? Just going like, oh yeah, and haha, it's funny about the thing you said about Earth Ponies, but really, and I quote him here, that's the thing, ... The Earth Ponies and MLP really are inferior when you consider them to the unicorns and Pegasi. Man, dude, that's like saying, hey, I know that X racial group isn't actually inferior, but if you think about it, I mean, they really
is.
are. I mean, really, you are just the most racist of us all.
I think the
Garcon.
interesting thing is that... What was I going to say? Damn, it's gone. Never mind.
Yeah. Yes, Egghead, but British North America, that was what Canada was before it was Canada.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, British North America. It wouldn't have worked the same with the
Yeah.
national anthem.
actually, hold on. This is an interesting point, though. Do you two agree with the idea that Earth Ponies are just inherently inferior to the other ponies in MLP?
Well, they are a bit crap in the terms of what they can do, because they can't really pick anything up very easily. I mean, maybe they can. In comparison to unicorns, it's harder for them to pick stuff up.
I think it depends on how you're doing it. Like if you go by the rules of some people have laid out in RPs where, you're going with the Pegasus have like weaker bones to allow for the lighter weight to fly, and the unicorns also have like weaker strength because they rely on magic. Then the Earth Ponies have that like extra strength. But if you're going with, each are like kind of the same base except one has a horn and one has a wings, then yeah, they are kind of.
Because they
Yeah.
have that one episode where they're like, oh look at the strengths of all the ponies. You have Pegasi who can fly and control the weather. You have unicorns who can use magic and manipulate and, like, in the past, control the sun and moon. And you have Earth Ponies who can grow plants really fast. And
Yeah,
have a connection
congratulations.
to the Earth.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Oh,
Congrats,
that's
man.
what I was going to say about when America invaded Canada. I like how not a lot has changed since then. Because back then, the people of America wanted to invade Canada because they were like, hey, we'll liberate you from the British. And Canada was like, we don't want that. And they tried to do it anyway. And nowadays, it's like, go into the Middle East. We'll liberate you. We don't want liberating. Too bad. We're going to liberate you anyway. Wow, I
man.
can't speak today. But yeah.
I don't know, Lightning Rabbit. I think you talk
Okay.
you talk pretty right now.
Yeah. I are good speak ever since little children English. Yeah.
Garcon's saying that he's not. Therefore, he's not a racist. He's a speciesist.
Yeah.
It's a good point. Good point.
Fair point, yeah.
Earth ponies equal heat lamps. Thank you, Giovanni. And,
Nice,
that works.
okay. Yeah, I like the idea that Earth ponies are actually, they emit UV radiation, and they can, if you stand them next to plants, that's how they grow them so quickly.
I am Giovanni.
Because they help the plants to photosynthesize.
So what you're saying is that they radiate heat. So what we need, instead of winter, just have Earth ponies spaced out like, say 3 meters apart, and
All over
like,
town.
in an offset grid pattern, and then you can have crops growing year round.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
exactly.
that's it. I'm so
If they
going.
actually-
Hold on, I am going to legitimately, no joke. I'm going to get my books after we're done with this. I'm going to go and make a mod for Unisystem to incorporate Earth ponies and unicorns and Pegasus, and then I'm going to get whoever wants to into a call at some point in the future and like do a role-playing game set in the MLP universe using these horrible, horrible rules.
I like the idea of that because if you think about it, hang on, let me think about this first before I say it, because I've basically forgotten everything I was going to say. Oh yeah, hydroponics in Earth ponies. They're technically self-sustaining. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, they can absorb rainwater through their skin. So, if they can do that, then they can water the plants, and they can trim the grass by eating it, and then they can fertilize the plants,
Pesticide ponies.
and they've got UV light that radiates out of them, so they can completely self-sustain a lawn.
That is true. That is
So, yeah.
actually.
So this kind of comes back to the whole have them like a meter apart, just so they can like take care of like a square meter section, and just have them live their days there.
Yes. This is perfect. We just need to treat the Earth ponies as field hands, and encourage them to work out in the fields constantly so that they can help grow crops, because they are more genetically engineered to help make those crops and grow them better. And since that isn't really a very like intelligence-based ability, we don't really need to give them a whole lot of stuff to do besides that, because they don't really need to. They'll be happier overall if we feed them and give them shelter and help uplift them from what they'd normally be doing, which is probably not really much of anything all that useful. So let's just get all the Earth ponies, get them out in the field. Have them. They can probably pick like the crops that they're making as well. I mean, really, just like give them as much to do as possible. They'll appreciate the extra work. And then we'll build houses for them and communal homes for them. And we can get the unicorns out there because they can manipulate things pretty effectively. So we can get them out there to oversee, to make sure that they're working properly, to make sure they're properly fed, because they are intelligent and intellectual people who will be able to properly motivate the simple Earth ponies.
Yeah, I mean, it should also be noted that someone, I think it was Garacon, mentioned that the Earth ponies will give cancer to everyone they're around, depending on what sort of UV radiation they emit.
Yes, I love what Garcon said there. Also, Trixie works on a rock farm. That was funny. It's like you suck at magic to work on a rock farm.
Yeah.
That is the order of operations there. It's like, okay, are you qualified to be a unicorn? No. Then go work as a simple Earth pony, you pathetic waste of space.
Do you think?
I think you're giving like way too much credit on this. I was just going to say, okay, here is like your square meter. You will stand here. You will like absorb sun, absorb water, and just take care of this patch at all waking moments. You'll wake here. You'll stand here. You will sleep here. You won't leave this spot. Everything will be taken care of by the elements.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to stand here, and then your job will be complete. Your purpose in life. I think that is.
You don't have to go. You don't have to work at McDonald's if you suck at college. There's plenty of other things you have to do. You can do apart from McDonald's that you don't need a college degree for, unless you're a filthy earth pony. In which case, you should really, just resign yourself to being a farmer.
Yeah. So
Again, you are not an earth pony, so you still have value to society.
are the earth ponies made of lead? Do they not absorb, or are they not affected by the radiation that they emit?
I think they are not affected by their own radiation. They're inherently almost like living cancer cells. They just deal with
How
it.
does that work?
They just deal with it.
Right, okay. Whatever you say. I would have thought maybe they are completely fake. Maybe they're all robots under the skin, and so they can just have their skin replaced when it gets cancerous.
Oh, that works. So like they're
All Earth
basically
ponies are actually
automatons.
robots.
They
Yeah.
are literally earthy. All those fan fictions we've read where they describe Applejack as being an earthy girl. Literally, she's a golem.
Yeah, that's what it was.
She's made of clay.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
when we do
also
this
assume
game,
that-
who wants to be a living living radiation ball made out of clay?
I've just thought, can Celestia, considering she controls the sun, can she open up holes in the ozone layer to allow like UVC radiation to come through and give everyone cancer if she wanted to?
Yeah,
I think she already
except for
has.
Earth ponies because they are.
If she
immune.
went to like war with the zebras, could she just open out and let all the different variations of UV radiation come in and kill everyone?
Quite possibly. I mean, if she was psychotic, which again we've seen plenty of fics where that is the case.
Can I interrupt for a second and say hi, everyone?
Hey,
Hello.
Nani!
Hello.
I'm so sorry I'm late. I got home and planned to be on time and everything, and then I didn't realize my dad had invited over one of his friends, and not remembering that I had plans, she brought her teenage daughter, so...
Oh my.
Sorry, everyone. Not my fault. I really intended to be on time.
That's all right. You missed conversations about World War I, World War II, and the nature of Earth ponies.
I mean,
Well, I
was
wouldn't
fine
have had
with it.
anything to add to that anyway, so I suppose it's all right then. I'll
I
get
was
the
fine
live
with it,
stream
but
up in a
Duhad said
second.
your lateness was unacceptable. That was his.
What?
He said-
Duhad?
I did not say
He said you
that
never
in
run
those
this town
words.
again. He said that he was
What?
going to.
You don't love me anymore?
Lightning Rabbit, I am going to strangle you.
You still love
Okay.
me, don't you, Light?
I
Of course, yeah. You don't need Duhad.
I'm going to murder you.
Duhad, you may have just broken up our beloved threesome.
Ah, this is just the worst day.
Oh, Duhad.
Oh.
How do you feel?
And
Rabbit.
you were like, you were in line to be like #1 waifu.
Ah, Lightning
Hey,
Rabbit.
pad safe. You want to be my other waifu?
It's tempting.
Vengeance!
I'm just kidding.
Lightning
Duhad,
Rabbit.
you
I'm
are
just
gonna
kidding,
get.
everyone.
Yeah. Duhad just got wrecked, but it was a fake wreck. It wasn't a real wreck.
I had to. I'm sorry. I forgive
No,
you,
it's
Duhad.
fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's fun times for everyone.
Now I gotta
Yeah.
go find the live stream so I can read the comments.
That's
Also, I
probably
need to
good.
go and find some scissors. I'll be right back, everyone.
All right, fair enough. G Money is volunteering as a new waifu, which is very noble of him.
You know,
I've
I
seen
like
them.
to have had the chance to meet my waifus in advance.
It's a very important screening process.
Oh my god, the new thing that Inky did is so freaking cute!
Oh, have you not seen it yet?
No, you never showed me, you little beep things I can't say on the stream.
Oh, yeah, no, it's pretty adorable.
Oh gosh, it's so cute!
Here, let
Look
me,
at how
I
little
can-
cheerful Lightning Rabbit looks, and Pat Save's little expression is so cute, and your little fluffy tail, and I can't believe she did Lolly Chan's pink dress.
I'll actually grab that for
Oh,
you
I
real
love
quick.
it
Hold on.
so much. You have to send me that later, Duhad. I need it as a wallpaper on my computer.
Just grab it real quick. Here, it's in one of these folders.
Oh, I need to like write a nice message for Inky and have you send it to her for me or something. Like that is just perfect. Oh, it's so cute.
Why do I have so many?
Oh, I love it. Oh,
I have frankly too much art.
what a nice thing to come back to.
It's pretty adorable. It's pretty adorable. Not gonna lie. Where in the name of all things. Oh, I had it in the general art folder. Why did I have?
There it is. I see it.
Egghead? No, it's not Lolly as in lolicon. Lolly as in Lolita, like the fashion style that she's wearing, you silly thing, you. I'm a sweet Lolita in real life, just like Lolly-chan is. Her name's actually Petticoats, though. I just call her Lolly-chan as a nickname.
Ah, fair enough.
Not Lolicon, you silly beast.
Silly Willy.
I am going to use this as my computer wallpaper forever!
It's a pretty good one.
What is this?
Oh, that just makes me need to commission Inky even more.
Oh, she's super great. No, she's like...
She's uber cool.
No, I have it as my phone wallpaper. It's pretty awesome.
Haha.
I use this as my wallpaper occasionally, but like I have it on a set thing where I'll switch between like go to the background section. I gotta switch between.
Oh, do you have one of those wallpapers that automatically changes when it hits certain times?
Yeah, I've got the old to the end go away. The old to the end one. I got this Colgate. I got the Colgate versus Army of Darkness title card.
You know, Con just said you guys should get a Canadian, and then corrected himself, and he meant Australian. I was going to say, if you can't tell by the giant Canadian flags, can't say if
I
Canadian.
can't ask Miro. We got this Pony Dead one.
We need to get someone from every single British
my
colony.
personal favorite.
I actually do know an Australian, but we
is
couldn't have
this
him on
one.
the air because they curse a storm.
So cute.
Well, if we're going to get an Australian, we also need to get someone from New Zealand.
That
Yeah.
too.
Canada is the best island.
Maybe someone from India? Yeah, we can get someone
Oh,
from
that would be
India.
nice.
I don't know anyone from India actually. Like I know people from like Germany, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, Australia, etc., 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 etc.
Argo of the Crane says they're leaving now. Goodbye.
Bye.
I don't know if you were
Argo.
talking to them, but goodbye.
It's been a pleasure to have you, but you're leaving now, so whatever.
Duhad.
Anyway, no.
New headcanon for Duhad. As soon as someone isn't like immediately in the vicinity, he stops loving them.
Yeah, it's like those people in the Doctor Who movie,
The silence.
television show.
It's the silence.
Yeah,
as soon as you don't see it, you don't see them, you forget them.
Exactly, and it's like that with people. I just like I don't see Lightning Rabbit. It's just like God, I hate Lightning Rabbit so much. What a jerk.
Well, I mean, I was like actually I was 40 minutes late. Oops.
It's all right.
And you didn't love
Yeah,
me.
Duhad forgot you.
You know, it was like non who, whatever. I don't care.
Oh.
There's like there's this one jerk called Soundspeed. What a pretentious loser who I hate. I don't want to do videos
I
with him
actually
anymore.
never met Soundspeed, so I don't
Really?
have a comment on
he's
that.
he's legitimately such a sweetheart. Like he's.
You
really
guys
nice.
mention him all the time, and it's like I've never actually met this person. Awkward.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
As
he's,
soon
he's
as you were
really
late,
nice.
by the way, on Avalis, he was like, non-Avalis, more like non-friend, am I right? And then he unfriended you on every social media outlet.
I have a secret Facebook page that I just set up for the exclusive purpose of excluding people.
Yeah.
If you actually do have Facebook, I should like add you. But
Oh yeah, I do have a Facebook. It's named after my name. It's pretty easy
I
to
don't
find.
actually use mine, but I'd love to stalk you.
Wonderful.
Well,
everybody needs a stalker.
I gotta keep tabs on my waifus.
More than fair. Yeah, no, I haven't like used Facebook regularly since there's a while where I was using it primarily as an email system, and then I used it briefly to keep up with a long distance relationship, and then I stopped using it altogether after that ended. And
I'm gonna be honest. I honestly use it solely to follow Lolita clothing brands, so I know when they have a sale.
Fair enough.
My life literally revolves around pink dresses. That's just
Sainsbury's a pretty cool dude. And
social
he doesn't
media
afraid of anything.
solely to be social with dresses, not people.
It's
You know
okay.
what?
People are boring.
Dresses are more interesting than people.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no. Yeah, Sainsbury's a pretty cool guy. He's always talking about poop. Like, constantly.
Oh, I shouldn't laugh. I'm a lady, but what?
it's just his thing. He's like, oh man, do you guys hear about this poop I took recently? And we're like, no, don't tell us about that. It's really gross, dude. And he's like, no, but I'm gonna talk
He
about it
talks
anyway.
about that, does he?
Yeah, he's just like, yo guys,
I
what's
don't
up?
remember him talking about stuff like that.
Oh
no,
my.
he doesn't talk about when you're around. He's like, oh man, I don't want to tell Lightning about it because this poop was way too cool for him to know that. But Cabral and Duhad.
He said I was cooler than everything.
No, but he's like, no, you're not cool
No,
enough to
dude.
hear about my poop. And he's like, oh man, this poop is super great. And he's like, oh man, I gotta tell you.
I
I don't
officially
remember that
lost
happening.
like 10% of my understanding of the male race, and here I thought I was finally making sense of you all.
Well, most
Don't
people
worry, I think
aren't.
I just
Like,
lost
Soundspeed's
understanding as
just,
well.
Yeah, Soundspeed's just like this guy who's like, well, whatever. I don't care that it's weird. I'm just gonna talk about poop. And we're all like, no, stop it, it's super weird, dude. And he's like, no, it's
well-
not.
I don't think this ever happened.
That's lovely.
It's
I'm sure that
weird.
never
I mean,
happened.
It's really weird. 'Cause
I'm
he's
glad
like a
that
really
he's
pleasant
presumably
gentleman.
regular. I don't know what to say to that.
No, it's like
That-
it's weird.
wait.
Like the things he tells us about are like super strange. It's like I once pooped the country of Australia, and we're like, what? That's not even possible. That's
Well, maybe
literally...
he can find us an Australian for the stream then.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, well, see, that's the weird thing. Like, it's clearly not true what he's talking about. Like, there's no way he actually pooped Australia. But he's like, no, I did, and like we're like, no, okay, it's literally impossible.
It's like, I
don't-
swear, guys.
It's like you are saying that I'm lying, and it's not
Well,
true.
isn't there?
I'm
I don't want to say something
honest.
crude like this on the air, but we're on the subject anyway. So, isn't there like people say like the thunder from down under or something? Maybe it's a euphemism.
See, I thought that. I
That's
thought
what he
that.
meant.
But then he's like, no, but I also pooped Neil Armstrong, and it's like he's a person and he's dead, so that's really disrespectful. And he's like, oh no, okay, he's alive, and I pooped him.
Well, I think
He is
that's
alive
enough
through me.
conversation about that.
I don't distract. I made him live again.
So yeah, all of you who are, if anyone disbelieves me, go to Soundspeed's live streams and ask him about this constantly and repeatedly. He'll crack and tell you all about it after a while, I'm sure.
I
Well,
don't know what the hell you're talking about. If I'm perfectly
everyone,
honest.
you heard Duhad or Overlord. Go talk to Soundspeed about things.
Does he even live
doesn't
stream?
do that.
No, he doesn't.
Sounds.
No,
You've got to be.
well, he's probably going to again at some point.
What, talk about poop?
No, live stream. Like, he hasn't been live streaming for like.
But he hasn't been talking about poop ever.
You say that. You say that as if you have not ever heard him just go on these long.
Ow,
I
my
haven't,
wings.
to be perfectly
Tight.
honest. I'll be
Do we have
perfectly
our own
honest.
live stream? Yeah, we do have our own live stream. Yeah, he primarily shows up on my stream more often these days because he's not been around to do his own streams, but he is a streamer. Like, that is something that he does. I guess it's just whenever you're not around. Yes, that is true. He did on an episode of Let's Read, which is the premise of the entire joke, that he did it once.
I hope you cut that out.
I did. It's entirely, it's like almost entirely bleeped out. Which is
It's
also
sort of
why it's
off
memorable.
topic for a Let's Read.
It is, but like that was the thing. He just sort of like came in and he was like, "Guys, you will not believe the poop I just took," and then it's just like the rest of like the next minute is just a solid bleeped out thing, and it cuts back in with us just
Oh,
going like, "Oh my
gracious.
god, that does not seem healthy."
I'm sure this never
Well,
happened.
No,
Boys will
it,
be
no,
boys,
that
as
isn't
they
a joke.
say.
That's legitimate. Like that is legitimately a thing that happened. We have like go and watch. I think it's like the Let's Read, like the Living the Dream Before the Christmas special or something. Like, it was like one of the times when you were gone, and like he was really sick, and he just like came into the thing while we were doing the stream and was just like, guys, you will not believe what just happened. And he just starts going into it and we're like, oh wow, we're live, and he's like, oh.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
That couldn't have happened at a worse time.
I'm sure he appreciates that you're telling everyone about this.
It's well again, it's like it's a thing that happened live. It's on the YouTubes.
Yeah, but he might
He's
have wanted
done
it to
worse.
die.
He put it on his page.
Oh, well, then.
Yeah,
You brought it on
and-
yourself, Soundspeed. Sorry, love.
Yeah, and again, I bleeped out like all the actual description, like which was actually pretty gross. The people who were actually live in the stream were treated to a pretty graphic
We're
description.
absolutely horrified. I'd
Well,
imagine.
at least he's creative.
He is. He's a wordsmith. He is a lyrical poet.
He knows what he's talking about.
He's able to weave these images that are
Oh dear.
beyond belief.
I think I'm done with this conversation now, and we'll never eat again.
Oh.
Finally, the key to losing my extra chub.
There you go. It's a new weight loss
Just
program.
start hanging out with Sunspeed.
Oh my god.
I swear this isn't what he normally does.
No.
He's not always
normally-
like this.
He's normally a very nice guy who has very regular person conversations about very regular person things.
I thought you were going to say regular bowel movements, but that was only because of what you said before.
I was
I
trying
guess
really
Let's
Let's
hard
talk
about
about
it.
non-regular person things, because I mean, talking about the weather's great and all, but
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
Non-person things he also talks about.
Anyway, we're about at the hour mark, and I think we'll probably close our doors for this week in a little bit. We'll be back again, of course, next week and on Saturday for our regularly scheduled gaming live stream. And
woohoo!
but before we do that, quick question, like show of hands, who here? Oh look, there's the link.
Oh dear,
Anyway,
that's lovely.
oh lordy. But yeah, quick show of hands. Who here actually would like to maybe set up like a role playing thing that we can do in the show and play role playing with ponies and have stupid fun,
Role playing, like what variety of role playing?
like having dice and rolling dice and
Just
like
normal,
playing
everyday
characters.
role playing, nothing.
Oh, well, I've always
Yeah.
wanted to learn dice games, so hands.
All right, Gyrocon's up for super fun. Pad save.
I toss my hand up. Just my thing is normally as normal. I don't know how often
all
I
right.
can
I
appear.
toss my hands up in the air sometimes.
If you,
So,
if you
I like
make
that
joke,
idea.
I was going to.
Oh yeah, I'd love them to join ours as well. We'll talk about that though. So okay, but we got you guys. Will maybe bring in Gyrocon, G Money, Egghead, anyone else who happens to show up in the stream. We can do some actual role playing. It'll be super fun. And I can
Is
show
dice
you.
role playing similar to text-based role playing? Like, do you still write stuff, or do you just play with cards? Or
No, it's just it's characters and stuff. And don't worry, people in the stream who are saying that you're not good at this sort of thing. It's really easy. It's surprisingly really not that bad.
if we actually
not
do
gonna
it,
be
it'll be
horrible.
my first time, so you can't be worse than me.
Yeah.
Probably.
Play Dr. G again.
I was going to say
That'll be
that's
awesome. I
true,
like
but
Dr.
then I
G.
realized that would have been relatively out of order to say, so I just didn't say it.
Oh, fair enough.
I still don't even really know what we're talking about, so
Oh my
yay.
god. Hey, so anyway, ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages, genders, creeds, orientations, and or races.
I love how eloquent that was, Duhad.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next Friday for the stream.
And or racist.
Yeah. And we will also see you, I will see at least some of you tomorrow for Let's Play Equestria Bound and Let's Read New Game Plus. Saturday at the Duhad 8 live stream channel.
Yay!
Boop, boop, boop. Hopefully next week we'll also be role playing, so that'll be fun. Anyway, see you guys next time.